guys, welcome back to another streaming movie review. Today we're doing a Netflix film and this is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. I don't know why I'm saying that in an accent, but Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Let's go. Yes, Pinocchio is a new old thing. We've even reviewed a Pinocchio movie this year, which wasn't great, by the way. So does this one hold up? Is this one better than that one? Well, in short, yes. I did prefer this one, which is a Netflix original movie, obviously directed by Guillermo del Toro. It is a good film. It's good. It's a different take on Pinocchio than we've ever really seen, in my opinion. But it is a very, very good film. Now, there's a lot of Pinocchio films out there. There's one that comes to mind from when I was a kid, like a real-life version, and I love that more than like the original Disney one, I think. So I might actually do like a Pinocchio ranked thing, because there's a lot of Pinocchio films, and maybe I could review them early next year. So let me know down below if you want to see that. But what makes this one different then? Well, this one is stop motion. Now, stop motion is basically, you know, actually moving an object arm by arm, frame by frame, and moving a physical thing, and then putting it all together and, you know, moving stop motion. So everything on screen is a tangible object. Everything is like a physical thing, and it's just moved one by one, frame by frame, by the director, by puppeteers, etc. And that's all it is. And it's quite nice that this type of film is that, because obviously Pinocchio is a puppet, and it is nice. What makes this different though from other Pinocchio movies is we did get to see like just more of like a historic view on Geppetto, and like, you know, he had a son before called Carlo, and you know, then created Pinocchio in like his image type of thing, you know, to like not replace him, but like he was like drunk and dealing with like all that like side of like life and stuff. So what made that interesting was having that historical stuff, and obviously seeing like how his son passed away, and then, you know, his struggles then to like create Pinocchio. There were some things in the movie that were far-fetched, like Pinocchio had like so many lives, so like he would die and he'd have like 9 lives or whatever, and like be like reincarnated and then brought back to life. There were some bits in the film that were a bit weird. Also, the look of the film, I can imagine, is not to everyone's taste. Like, this is not like it looks like a kid's movie. It should be like a kid's movie. It actually feels like a kid's movie, but it doesn't at the same time. Like I said, with, you know, the father going through like drink problems and like drinking and not sleeping and being quite violent and stuff like that. And also the look of the film as well is quite subjective. It's not really like colourful, bright and everything. It is quite dark, quite dingy, and yeah. One of the things I didn't like about the film, and I didn't like it a lot, is the songs. I didn't even know it was a musical. There is like a few songs in the film, maybe 4 or 5, but they weren't very good. They weren't great at all. I thought they were pretty boring and just lackluster. I actually got out with one of them and just got a drink, because I just thought it was pretty boring and pretty dull, in my opinion. The songs wasn't great, and I didn't think it was needed really, you know, in the film. Maybe they just did it to fill some time, but I don't know. It was 2 hours long. Probably could have taken it down to 1 hour 45 maybe without the songs. I don't know. It just felt a bit like unneeded, in my opinion. Performances though from people were fantastic in the film. Ewan McGregor was actually in the movie as Jiminy Cricket, and we also got David Bradley as Geppetto. Now David Bradley obviously is who plays Filch basically on Harry Potter, if you didn't know. There is a few other many actors in this film, but it is one of those movies that is, I don't know, it didn't really sit with me well. Yeah, it's not like a great film, and it's definitely more for me like a one-time watch. Like, I've seen it now. It's not like the worst Pinocchio film in the world. I did prefer it to the Disney Plus Tom Hanks one. That was like another story in itself, if you want to watch that review. I did prefer this movie to that one, but there's definitely better Pinocchio films out there, and as I say, I might actually review all the remaining ones in the future, so let me know if you want to see that. But rating this movie then, what did I give it? Well, I actually give it a 3.5 star. It's one of those films for me. It's better than other Pinocchio films, but it's also not as good as others. It definitely sits more in the midpoint. I was toying with like a 3-star really. So the 3.5 really was like the effort that they put in the stop motion and the look of the film I thought was pretty good. But there was some elements in the film, like I said, the songs just didn't really sit well with me. The lack of like depth in the story really was pretty boring. And it was just one of those, like, I was trying to like wait for it to be over and get finished, if you know what I mean. One thing I always like to do in these reviews is debate whether it should have been in the cinema or not, and for me it should. This should have been in the cinema. Like, the look of the film I thought was fantastic. They definitely threw a lot of budget to this, Netflix did, and yeah, it was a shame that it's not in the cinema, but obviously it does increase Netflix's IP and you know, and the pull for like subscribers and all that. So yeah, good film. Wouldn't have been better experience in the cinema, but visually would have looked good in the cinema, if you know what I mean. So there it is, guys, 3.5 stars for Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. I don't know why I am saying that in a Spanish accent, but I have to because I just do. But there it is, guys. There is my review of Pinocchio. Let me know your thoughts down below, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.